Hey everyone, I'm Nick, and welcome to the channel. This, you may recognize, is my 2003 Infiniti M45. Now if you know anything about these cars, you'll know they only made this body style for 2 years and they made very few of them. So getting parts for them is really difficult. Like Infiniti will tell you, good luck, we don't make that. So sometimes the best option is to buy an Infiniti for your Infiniti. So that's what I did. So this is my second 2003 Infiniti M45.
That seat is diabolical.
Let me show you what he's talking about. As you can see, this needs a little bit of help. We'll talk about that later. But the frame is broken back there, which is why you can see a couple wooden blocks in there for the drive back. And for some reason there's a hole in the carpet, but we have ideas about what happened there. But overall it's in adequate condition, honestly. The panels are in decent shape, not perfect, but the interior overall is pretty good. Headliner needs to be done, driver's seat needs to be fixed, but that trim panel here, this trim here, that's all in the car. So up front, headlights are okay, they could use a clean. The grille is gonna need new paint, and it looks like it had the gold package, is the gold emblem. So we'll see about repainting this. It smells a little bit of coolant, and this bumper is gonna need a fair amount of work getting touched up. And we can fix the front plate holes. But that's what a stock bumper looks like. And that's what a custom bumper looks like. So all good here. I mean, all nice to have. We got some stock wheels.
With the hardest, most flat-spotted new tires I have ever felt in my life.
They are, this one's a 2023 and some of the others are 2024s. Oh, there's a branch in there. Let's get that out of there. Brakes are not great. It's been sitting for about 4 years, but it did make it over 100 miles back home.
With no incidents.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It just shook you at certain speeds. Like a paint mixer.
We've got, oh, there's a dent in the side panel there too. And the pinch wheel there is a bit bent in.
Yeah, it's been jacked up in all the wrong places.
Yep. We're missing a center cap back here, but that's probably not a big deal. We'll get some other wheels. A couple little paint chips here and there.
A lot of paint chips.
We've got a little hitchhiker in there. Well, I don't know.
Is that a stink bug?
Yeah, he's not alive. Got bumper, needs some paint and maybe some refinishing.
Someone pushed this car onto a flatbed.
Oh, that would make sense.
With another car. Yeah, we're missing a few layers. Right now it's a
Nifney.
It's a nifney.
Yeah. Maybe we can get some other letters. You can see these were gold at one point, but it's not a huge deal. It's very different looking without the spoiler.
Yes.
But it is a nice looking car.
I used to prefer them without the spoiler, and now I can't see them as complete without it. Well, I can, but it's a very different type of car.
Yeah. So, definitely a very different look. As we keep going, some more paint issues and damage. But generally, it's pretty good. This fender has some damage here too. So, Yeah, perfect parts car, test bed, and second project. Well, I don't know what number we're at.
20.
Yeah, that's a lot. Now we're thinking of calling this car Fred for test bed Fred, because a lot of things we can get tested out on here before making their way onto the show car. So let me know what you think of that name, Test Bed Fred. So let's try to find out what's going on with this one.
Aside from everything,
I guess. Well, let's get the key in and
prepare for Christmas.
wow. Okay, we have service engine soon, VDC off, slip, ABS, tire pressure, no, and the blinking airbag light. That's wild. Oh, there's a panel missing. I think we have it in the trunk. All right, well, let's scan it, I guess. All right, here's what we got. Yeah, that's what I guessed, O2 sensors. Probably because of the terrible, terrible gas that was in it. I guess we can clear them. All right, you can start it up again and see. A little bit of a rough start. All right.
I'll scan again.
So far, it's okay. We'll have to do a more in-depth scan with another tool to check out what the VDC, slip, and ABS and airbag issues are. All right, so we're gonna take testbed Fred out for a drive. And I can tell you already, the passenger seat is not very supportive.
But it's gotta be better than this driver's seat. This driving position sucks. I'm too high. I'm very much on the piss. Just like I'm up too far forward, too high, too sideways. There's no anything, and I'm also somehow leaned back in a weird way that's just I'm leaning against the door.
I think that should be one of the top priorities of repairs, like rewelding the frame or replacing it or something.
Yeah, this seat is so bad. But also, I don't know whether it's these full-way tires.
It is bumpy.
Or if it's because it sat for a year after they put the full-way tires on it. But it's flat-spotted and juddery. And
the brakes do not feel very good.
So, brake feel, in terms of like how much pressure there is, fine. No holes in the brake lines or anything. But yeah, the rotors are badly warped. I don't think the rear rotors are doing anything at all. This car is nothing but a paint mixer. It shakes when it drives, it shakes when it stops.
There's a lot of smoke coming out of that van.
Thing is, engine and transmission are great.
Yeah.
Pulls cleanly. And in fact, when we first got it, it was smoking every time we started it. There was a puff of blue smoke. All gone.
Yeah, I think the rings came back a bit, and the fresh fuel probably is helping out too, because he said it didn't start at all, and then they put 2 gallons in, and then it started.
And they also put in a like an octane booster or a fuel injector cleaner or something like that. So yeah, the fuel was rancid.
Yeah, it smelled really bad when we first started it, but it seems okay now.
So the interesting thing is, the guy who we bought it from said that the car had been sitting, he had it for a year and it had been basically sitting, he'd driven around the block every once in a while. But he said that before that, the car had been sitting for a few years. Can you see this?
Yeah, there's a plate. Next service date, 08/24/2015.
At 135,292. We bought the car at 135,000 miles and just crossed 136,000.
So it's had in 10 to 11 years. In 11 years, it's probably had
5,000 miles put on it.
Oof, that is not a
This
lot.
car sat for probably closer to 8 or 9 years.
Which it drove over 100 miles back, which is great.
For a car that sat for that long, it's doing great. And considering that the show Infiniti also sat a lot, these cars actually do pretty well when there's, I mean, no car likes to sit, but
they can do okay. You just check your bearings. I also see on the tag that it says newer, which would explain the rear bumper damage and possibly all the pitting up front.
And also 2021 was the last time this car was tagged.
Yeah, so it was inspected in 2020, or no.
It was inspected in 2019.
Yeah, so it was inspected in 2019, and then expired in 2021.
So it's been sitting for a really long time and hasn't done many miles before that.
Yeah. But otherwise, it's quiet. It smells a little bit musty because it's been sitting, but I would say it looks decently clean. It probably isn't super clean, but that's a detail will help a lot. Lights work. Do we have free sunglasses? Yeah, free sunglasses. All right. I'm not going to put them on. I'm not going to go back in here. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. There we go. I'll just put these somewhere else. I thought I broke it. Now, as you saw earlier, there's the frame on the driver's seat is broken, and from what we heard, we have a guess of what may have happened. So, apparently, not the previous owner, but the person he got it from, may have been a bit of a playboy. And we were thinking that the driver's seat
may have had two people at once in it.
Yeah.
That's the YouTube-friendly way of saying it.
Yeah, and who knows if the hole in the carpet in the driver's footwell
is from bracing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Deathbed Fred has seen some things. Fred is begging for a cleaning.
Yep.
We've been looking for a parts car for the show Infiniti for a while, and most of what we've seen is $5,000 to $6,000 and in rough shape. Like, this is actually very good shape considering. And we found one for $2,700. It was listed by multiple people in multiple towns for $2,700 to $2,900. So I thought it might be a scam. It's likely could be a scam. It ended up being a scam, but a different scam than I thought. So I messaged the person, and it turned out it was at a dealership. Looked up the dealership had terrible reviews.
Well, lots of really good reviews that were suspiciously good, and then a bunch of 1-star or 2-star reviews.
Its Yelp reviews were real bad.
We showed up, the car is there.
Which was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It was good. There's a big puddle of oil underneath. Not so good. It was quite rough. Kind of what we expected. And so you took it for a drive.
Yeah.
It
was very loud.
Yeah, I think parts of the exhaust have been cut out and replaced with pipes.
It was very clear that the car had work done because every one of the coil packs had a number on them and also the side. So driver 1 through 4, passenger 1 through 4, which that's not a bad thing. I mean, the fact that someone was doing some service is interesting. It's good. But it did feel weird. And also the oil was suspiciously clean. The car started right up. There were issues interior-wise. We started driving. It was squeaking a lot, rattling. Clearly the suspension was gone. And then the car started screeching at us. The guy didn't quite know what was going on. He was like, And I turned off the radio. Something was wrong with the radio. The car itself was okay. It did have some faults, but...
And it wasn't the same color either, which was... Well, the interior was, the exterior was not.
Right. And the interior, I will give it this. Its seat was not broken.
That's true.
But, and the air conditioning worked. That was nice. The paint was in terrible shape. But fine. You know, for $2,700, we'll take it.
For parts, should do the trick.
Now, the interesting thing was when we first got there, you asked him,
do you have the title? He's like, yeah, I got the title.
and so when I went in to pay him and do the paperwork, he said to me, well, before we do anything else, I need to let you know what happens is we buy these cars from auction, and then when we agree on a price with a buyer, we send the money to the auction, they send us the title, and then we send it to you so I can mail it to you. Should take 1 or 2 days. Yeah. No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. I bought enough cars in my life to know this guy is not telling the truth. And I said, I'm not buying a car without title. And he said, well, that's how all dealerships work. No, sorry. If anyone tells you that, run as fast as you can. It's bullshit. I've bought a bunch of cars cash at dealerships, and they give you the title. Now, there's some states where title work gets done off-site and blah, blah, blah. And it's different if you're financing a car. But if you're buying a car cash, they have to give you the title. Especially in states like New Jersey and Pennsylvania, where you do have a paper title. So I said, no, we're in New Jersey. I'm a Jersey resident. This is a Jersey dealership. We all know the price of eggs here. I said to him, no, that's not true, but thank you very much. And I walk out. Not dealing with it. I don't care how cheap the car is. It's not worth spending months fighting him for a title.
Because no one, like, they've got their money. If something goes wrong in the title processing, they're not really incentivized to do the legwork to get you your title.
Well, also, it's very suspect that the dealer doesn't have the title.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe if it was just brought in and they had it delivered, but he said he drove it back from the auction himself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've been to auctions.
Mm-hmm.
We bought cars from auctions. If you're paying cash, you get the title, unless you're financing the car. But if he's financing the car, there's no way I'm getting a title to the car in my name in 2 days. So we knew it was a gamble, and turned out to not be worth the time. I guess the moral of the story is, if it feels weird, walk away. Don't get yourself stuck in a whole mess trying to find some way to entice people to give you your title. It's just not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Then a couple of days later, we found this car in the right interior color and the right exterior color.
Even if it was a little bit more money, not having to repaint every part if you have to swap some over, and having, say, the interior is generally in better condition, minus the seat, makes things a little bit easier. Yeah. Now we have a parts car and a test bed. So if you're wondering what's going to happen with this car, it's the perfect platform to test fixes like on the driver window regulator, the trunk struts, various switches that are having issues without taking the other car out of the show circuit. We're also planning to use this as a test bed for air suspension fabrication, because that would look really cool. And then beyond that, I've always really liked the JDM VIP style, taking a big car, lowering it, putting some big rims on it, and kind of doing some customizations around that. So that's something I would like to do to this car, because the other one's already done. It's got its style. I'm not going to mess with it. So this car would be a great opportunity to get some experience with that. So we actually paid $3,500 for this car, but considering the body panels are in quite good shape and the rest of the interior, minus the driver's seat, are actually also in very nice shape, it's going to be perfect to have spares and everything like that. And for those of you who know and love these cars and that are worried that we're taking a running and driving one off the road, don't worry, that's not going to happen. Now, the next thing we should do is get this back home and scan it to find out what all those lights are coming from on the dash.
I would really like to stop being in this seat.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So bad.
I didn't offer to drive it because it was hard enough getting it set up in that position. So, but I will drive it soon. Experience Testbed Fred. Yeah, we've been on the road since about 6 a.m. and that was about 12 hours ago.
My back is on fire.
So
don't sit like this, people. It sucks.
So let's get this home, get it scanned, and call it a day. Now surprisingly, or I guess maybe not that surprisingly since it's a really rare car, my fancy scan tool wasn't actually able to read the VIN. So once I manually entered what the car was, it took a bunch of time trying to read models that weren't there and cycling through different methods until it finally showed some error codes. Alright, let's see. This should be the O2 sensors. Nope, just bank 2 now. Now, airbag. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a driver's seat sensor. No, right side mod. Oh, it's a past code, okay. That's had to happen on the other one. Right?
Yeah.
So we'll clear that, and it's not current, so that should go away. Okay. Alright. Yep. Okay. Transmission codes. This may be what's causing the VDC lights and the ABS lights, and slip, I think, was the other one. Starter relay, yeah, okay. And then manual mode switch. So that's on the shift lever. So that's probably the issue.
Is the relay.
Click over,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
We can replace the relay.
Yeah, and then we'll have to see about the manual mode switch. All right. I guess we turn it on. Let's see if they go away. Okay, none of that went away. Well, check engine light went away. ABS still on. VDC is still on and slip.
Airbag light on?
No, the airbag light is off. TPMS is gonna be something else. Can we go to specific modules? Control unit. ABS, I guess? Read codes, maybe? It didn't show anything earlier, so it might still... Oh, front right-hand sensor, short. Front, rear, left-hand sensor, open. So those are the wheel speed sensors, I guess?
Yep.
All right. Well, that explains it then. Okay, well that's... I mean, we can erase them, but I don't think that's gonna go away. Yeah, okay. So 2 sensors. And that would probably be ABS and VDC stuff.
Yeah, no, if your ABS sensors are bad, those are...
All right, cool. All right, now you've met Testbed Fred. I've been doing a little bit of digging, and it turns out what we need to make him a little less terrible is actually available. And the condition is just a little too good to just park him just for parts. Now, I have some big plans for this car, but we still haven't put it on the lift, so there may be some surprises under there that we'll have to deal with. If you want to see what issues this has and what I have in store for it, be sure to subscribe. And maybe leave a like, because I'm in really deep here with 20 cars. And by the way, the 10,000 subscriber video is coming soon. So I want to say a huge thank you to all of you for subscribing, for watching, commenting, liking, and everything like that. Basically enabling me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.